Good morning. This is Dan Rodden. Oh, no, not Dan Rodden. I keep forgetting who I am. This is Dan the Zoo Man.
And I'm trying to figure out who I am. So Lee the Zoomy?
Okay, that's her new name today. She's trying to get a new name for this.
Because it doesn't rhyme. Lee the Zoomod.
The Zoomy is a good name.
So
okay.
I'm the Zoomy.
And she has many voices. Give me one.
Oh, let's see. What can we talk about today?
So that's somebody else. That's her whiner voice. That's her whiny baby.
And it's so hard. I got to put my head into
and we're
and
this
you
is
demand voices on demand.
When you're 74 years old and you're also just waking up and not been up for too long, you tend to have trouble concentrating.
Okay, now.
But this is a newscast.
Wait a minute, because you know what? I am not 74 years old.
Oh, that's right.
I'm only 73.
73, okay.
So quit this stuff and telling me I'm old.
Who is this I'm talking to now?
I have no idea. It's
okay.
probably my aunt and Joyce.
There you go. It's your aunt. Okay, so today we're talking about the news, and the purpose of this show is not to talk about us. Sorry, we just wasted a lot of time.
Move along.
But it is to analyze the news from a biblical economics perspective. And it's called theroddenreporter.com. Okay? Those are all the names.
And how serious can you be when you got a dog that wants to keep talking into the microphone?
Our dog is trying to crawl up here and get into the microphone today. They're not just barking. They're trying. Here they are, right here.
Okay, we'll let her settle. Now, what's in the news today?
Okay, so the news.
Zoo-man?
Well, actually, this may appear that it isn't true. On Twitchy, there was a really interesting report, a little twitch, that said Americans aren't idiots.
Are we not?
The AP uses Democrats' language to explain packing the court. Doesn't go well. Now, do you know what that means?
Well, packing the court means they're loading it up with people
and that's what the Democrats are going to do after the election. They're saying, and they won't talk about it.
No.
So instead of talking about it, they say, "Oh, the Republicans are packing the court because they're trying to appoint a Supreme Court justice."
One justice.
And that's the constitutional thing to do. They're applying the Constitution. So the hearings are going on now. They're kind of going crazy.
And what I don't understand is why didn't the Senate just vote for her? They have enough votes. Why did they not just vote for her?
Well,
because because
senators have traditions, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, in the election, on the One American News Network, it was pointed out that hundreds rallied yesterday for Trump at his first public event.
That was close to us, over in Orlando.
Now, I think it was thousands. I think that's a little underestimation.
Yeah, I know. It looked more like thousands.
Oh, no. They're just saying hundreds rallied at the White House.
Oh.
This is different.
Not at the actual rally.
No, this is not the rally. So, anyway, they're
probably a couple thousand or so.
It's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that we're not stupid. Well, I think maybe the Democrats are going stupid.
Why is that?
Well.
Oh, I mean, is that a revelation for the first time? You thought that?
It's not new.
Oh, it's not new, is it?
It's because they start with political activity instead of biblical truth or biblical economic understanding that God created all things, that He gave it to Adam.
And it's interesting, isn't it, that they're always saying, well, I have faith, but they don't ever explain what's your faith what you believe.
They do have faith in their secularism, excluding God from people's thinking. But anyway, this is a very interesting thing, because Keith Olbermann, who is a committed communist, on CNN, said that Justice Barrett and terrorist Trump need to be removed from society.
Who's terrorist Trump?
I'm sorry, not terrorist.
President Trump.
He calls him terrorist Trump.
Oh, terrorist.
He calls him a terrorist.
Terrorist, not terror. Okay.
He's a duly elected official.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
And he's now a terrorist.
Yeah.
See, they're using terrorist language here.
Yeah.
But what's even more disturbing, I think, is some stuff I came across. Well, before I get to that, I'll go there.
There's so much stuff, isn't there?
I know, it's hard to know.
Stuff.
But stuff I came across this week, which was a thing on Breitbart, and this is really powerful. If people want to go to my Twitter account, which is, I can't remember the name. I just started it. And I just started it yesterday because I haven't used Twitter for years.
Isn't it Dan Rodden?
No,
Something else.
I think it's
Dan the Zoo Man?
Biblical Economics Today. I think is the name of it.
That's what it is. Yeah, Biblical Economics Today on Twitter.
And the only reason I started the Twitter account, because that was the story I was about to go to, Rush Limbaugh says we need to go where the Democrats are.
And they're on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. And they're just they're twits, okay? And I used to use Twitter a lot when I was doing Christian Concierge, but I found out Facebook gave me more options. Yeah. Twitter kind of works better now than it used to, but I went there, created an account, made a friend with Rush. Now, Rush has an account that every day he's tweeting little things that can help you reach a Democrat, because Rush's thing is reach a Democrat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
change
also,
a Democrat. If we all change one Democrat, it changes the world.
I'm working hard on. I got one in mind. I'm working hard on them.
Okay.
But also, when you go to Twitter,
yeah,
you can retweet.
Yeah, retweet.
This gets complicated. You can share it to your Facebook account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a little share button. You follow the
Let's don't get
links.
down in the weeds here. We're not Twitter experts.
So you can do that.
But anyway, this is bone chilling.
A terrorist. He calls our president a terrorist.
Well, it's bone chilling when you put it with this next article from Breitbart News.
Okay.
They basically are saying, and I followed this up. I downloaded it. I looked everywhere. I researched it. Wow. If you go get this stuff, is the left-wing radicals have posted online a guide of how to disrupt the country if the election is close.
We all knew this was coming,
but
right?
When you read the guide and
it's
what
really
their tactics, it's like point 1, point 2, point 3 tactics. So if anybody wants that, they can either go to Breitbart and they can get it, or if they text me.
Now, you don't mean want it to do it. You mean to be informed.
We need to know. Yeah, we need to know. You need to read this. And I read it quite extensively last night. I didn't read every word. I think it's genuine.
Yeah.
And genuinely the tactics of the radicals. It's like going inside their cells.
Now.
Their little communist cells.
Don't be afraid, though. That's what the Dems are trying to do.
And, well,
you can be prepared.
And actually, that's one of the things they say. They're trying to make people afraid.
Yeah.
That's their goal. Now, who's the father of fear?
Satan.
Well, actually, God created it because we're to fear Him.
Yeah.
But Satan tries to get us to fear Him. And he has doctrines of demons, and one of the doctrines of demons is to get you to focus on stuff and
so you'll
security.
Take everything you own, you'll go find a cave, and you'll hide in it till you die or whatever. I don't know,
hoard stuff. And that's not what we're doing. We're to be in the world and not of the world. And most Christians are kind of hiding in the churches.
Yeah.
I call it churchism, and pastors love it because they give them their money. Yeah. But anyway, that's not the issue today here. What we're talking about is this article, and if anybody wants it, just contact us. At my Facebook page probably, or Twitter, or any of the other things. Okay, so Miss Lee.
Mr. Zooman. You forgot I'm the Zoomie.
Oh, Miss Zoomy. I'm sorry, Miss Zoomy.
You're going to get that all tongue twisted.
I am so tongue twisted.
I don't know what you're going to call me.
The American Thinker has a really great article.
Good place to see things.
And it says that why communism is compelled to destroy Christianity.
And why is it?
Well, the article goes into it in detail.
Give us a nutshell.
Basically, in the nutshell, they say because they're atheist and their worldview is based on political correctness or political theories or imaginations, and ours is based on revelation from the living God. That God created the universe, Jesus came and died for it, He purchased it back, we've been bought with a price, we are not our own.
Also, isn't
they
it
cannot stand that. And see, they can't stand the family, everything we do. The family,
everything we do.
Everything, sexual purity. They go into detail on all these things that the communist, which is BLM, which is Antifa, which is now the Democrat Party.
Yes.
And if you don't believe that, you need to go see Dinesh D'Souza's new movie. What's it called?
Trump Card.
Now, we downloaded it, and we got it from Google for only $9. And that we get to show it over and over. And we bought it instead of renting it. My brother rented it, and he gets to use it for 30 days. I get it forever because I can invite people over to my house, and they can watch on the big screen TV that I have, which isn't the biggest, but it's still a really good one. And we enjoy having people over and talking about things.
Well, here's another thing, too. If you want to know what the Communist Party is all about, try to get the movie Reds. It's a really long movie, but it really explains their basic philosophies.
Yes.
It's just excellent
well,
at doing that.
Well, it really, in a nutshell, a 4-hour movie, I'll nutshell it. The first is private property is the greatest theft.
Right.
And the private property of physical things, and that's the first half of the movie. The second half of the movie is private property is the greatest theft, and the private property of intellectual things, creative things.
Right.
And it shows how the communists believe there is no private property, and everything is the people's, and the people are run by the government.
Right.
And that's why Dinesh D'Souza in his movie really helps you understand this. So another interesting article was the American Thinker. I really like them. He says, although they're not perfect, how modern education makes your children good Marxists. And he's talking about public education.
Public education.
And he's talking about the universities. This article goes into detail, and you need to go read it, about how that happens. So
I believe that the best thing you can do is homeschool your kids. Yeah. And, one of the things is a lot of people have been forced into that. They didn't choose it, but they're finding out that, hey, this is good.
Yeah.
If you can figure any way to do it. Now, I know there's extreme circumstances where
hard.
You just can't
And it's work. I mean, it's like work, duh.
It is
but
work.
If you got kids that can already read, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's better.
You just do the assignments and they read. But if you got little kids, it's actually not that bad because you're just doing little things.
Little things.
Time is the problem, and between a husband and a wife together, you can have time to do these things.
Right.
But interesting, the Marxist, leftist, BLM, Antifa, communist, Obama,
socialist,
Democrats, and there was a really good article, and this is where Dinesh D'Souza's movie really brings this up. How Black Lives, actually it is Black Lives Matter, but how the Muslims, the Muslim Brotherhood, are colluding with the communists to attack America. Very good. But we don't have time to go into it because we only got 1 minute left. So Miss Lee, Lindsey Graham has a really good thing on the hearing. They're doing the hearing right now.
Yeah.
And
the hearing for Amy.
For Amy. He says if you want to see how bad it's going to be if Biden gets elected, go watch the hearing and watch the parade of horribles that will come in if the Democrat wins. It's horrible. And they have pictures. It's just the
horribles. That's
just
a
go
good
watch.
name for them. The horribles.
He calls them the horribles.
Okay, so
now I want to sum up with, if anybody doesn't know him, Bill Maher, Maher, M-A-H-E-R, Maher, Bill Maher. He's an atheist reprobate. Maher, I think you're right. He had Adam Schiff on, and because they're both Democrats. Adam Schiff is a total lying, deceiving.
Go on.
He did the impeachment thing. But Bill Maher is asking him, well, wait a minute, what are you doing with my money? Why are you taking all my money? And even Democrats, like radical Democrats like him, are beginning to get it.
Okay, your assignment today is win a Democrat.
That's right.
Just keep talking to your Democrat friends.
And it's like we are about done with the show, and I'm trying to see, so we're going to go get a little applause. And we're going to go away with our little blues song.